With us, Rohit Gupta, the Chief Financial Officer at Zee, to talk about the earnings. Good to have you on board. Start off by running us through the outlook on the Q4 numbers.
Yes, thank you. So let me start by talking about FY21, which has been an uncertain year for the Indian economy and businesses across sectors. And, we have faced both operational challenges and economic headwinds, both by industry and ZEEL. But however, ZEEL's performance has been resilient quarter on quarter. So during this quarter, we have improved our All India TV viewership share by about 70 BPS to 18.9%. On digital front, we have clocked 72.6 million global MAUs. This quarter, we released the much-awaited Salman Khan starrer Radhe across our pay-per-view platform Zee Plex and Z5 and theaters wherever they were operational. Talking about quarter four, this quarter four continues to see recovery in ad revenue, and we had seen a sharp rebound in quarter three, and this continued in quarter four as well. Our overall domestic advertising revenue grew by 8.9% year on year. Domestic subscription revenue grew by 5.6% year on year on a like-to-like basis. And for quarter four, despite theaters having not opened and lower syndication income, we have still grown our revenues marginally to 19.7 billion, and we have delivered an EBITDA margin of 27.5%. Talking about FY21 numbers, so the outbreak of COVID had impacted advertising revenues in H1 of FY21. We have witnessed sharp recovery, like I said, in advertising revenues quarter three onwards, and owing to, of course, lockdown relaxations, etc.
Mr. Gupta, I know you've spoken about this, but I want to talk in greater detail about the ad revenues in terms of how ad spends have particularly been impacted due to the pandemic and how you see the trajectory of ad revenue growth.
Right. So, see, before the onset of second wave of COVID, ad spends were recovering very well for both industry and ZEEL. We were heading back to normal double-digit growth. At the beginning of March, we were quite certain that FY22 would be a normal year and possibly we might see an accelerated growth as our product innovation launches, which we had postponed, were likely to be rolled out. So additionally, a lot of our customers also saw improvement in margins. However, due to increase in COVID cases and consequent lockdowns across the country, the advertisers have started pulling back their spends. So it looks like 1Q would be impacted due to slowdown caused by COVID. That said, 1Q FY22 would be far better than 1Q of last year when we had seen our revenues fall by about 2/3. So our endeavor is to recoup the loss of ad revenues in 1Q in the remainder of the quarters. And we are very optimistic that a good part of this loss would be offset if lockdowns do not exceed beyond 1Q.
Okay, let's also get your view on your big budget venture Radhe simultaneously on pay-per-view, the platform pack, the Zee Plex, OTT platform Z5 and in theatre worldwide. So this was the first time, in fact, you released such a big budget venture like that across the board. How did that work out for you?
I think one of the most important things Radhe has established for us and for the industry is the feasibility of India's first pay-per-view model during the pandemic, and Radhe is the first mega movie to be released on Zee Plex. It has opened up a new segment of audience who are happy watching movie from the comfort of their home and paying for that. So we believe this might become a new revenue stream for studios in coming time. Radhe is the first in the list of strong movie and original content lineup that we have created for Z5. We are enthused by the response we have received. Z5's daily subscriber additions have gone up several times and continue to remain high. And that has also improved the top of the mind recall of Z5 within the Indian OTT space. So we are looking forward to build on the traction generated by Radhe through the strong content pipeline that we have for the year. As far as monetization of Radhe is concerned, it is moving in line with our expectation. However, it's only 7 days and it is too early to talk about numbers right now. And typically, a movie of this scale will see a theatrical monetization building over 3 to 4 weeks. And as we speak, the movie is also getting released on some international markets. And once it is released on international markets, we will then probably launch pay-per-view window in these markets.
Okay. What about Sugarbox? What are the plans here? Any cost cutting?
We have looked at pandemic, and we have looked at where we want to invest. We have prioritized our investments as well, and we are committed to investing in both broadcasting and digital. We in Sugarbox, we will be cutting down some of the planned investments that we had prior to this, second wave of COVID pandemic that came in place. And as far as ZEE5 is concerned, we are looking at increasing our value proposition on ZEE5, and we are going to offer compelling content and making it more affordable as well. We have launched Radhe, which is a mega movie, the first of the mega movies on ZEE5, and we have a very good slate of digital originals in both Hindi and other select languages. And you will see a lot of excitement around content in the coming year. Even on pricing, we have made it more affordable, and this will help us in
We certainly look forward to that. And Mr. Gupta, any big strategic investor coming in? There was some high-level talks at market desk that there's a change of hands at the shareholder level. Any updates?
No, I mean, there is no change, in any of the shareholders' level. So we continue to have the share pretty much the same shareholding pattern, except for the normal changes that we have. And, we are focused on the operational performance. The management team is a set of professionals working with Puneet. And we are completely focused on the operational performance. And like I said, we have a 5-year plan that has been put in place where we have, our strategy for all lines of businesses, including broadcasting, digital studios business, and so on. And we are committed to, to working towards that.
Taking time out and giving us a view on your earnings. Wishing you all the very best. Zee Entertainment at 193, up 1% in today's trade.